want to share with you my number one dating tip. Date as if you're meeting a new friend, not a potential spouse. So, why date as if you're meeting a new friend instead of a potential spouse? For the obvious reasons. When you're out with a friend, you dress how you feel, versus when you're on a date, you're dressing to impress. When you're out with a friend, there's really no pressure or even an assumption as who's going to pay, because when you're out with your friends, you tend to pay for yourself. When you're out with friends, you're much more relaxed because you're just friends. There's no pressure, there's no high expectations, as opposed to when you're going on a date. There's a lot of pressure, you're a bit more nervous, there's some anxiety possibly, and you are trying to figure out if he or she is the one. This is why I say the first couple of dates, pick a location that is of no to minimal cost. This way, if it didn't really work out, you're not out a whole lot of money. First, second, possibly third date, I would suggest a coffee house, the park, maybe a music festival, or the museum, anything that doesn't really cost you a lot of money. No dinner, because you just want to talk and get to know each other. And speaking of locations, no clubs, no restaurants where they tend to have a bunch of birthday parties, a DJ, karaoke. How can you hear or talk over all of that noise? Again, when you're out with friends, you're much more relaxed. And you're not worried about whether it's going to be a second time around or not. Typically, you hang out when you hang out, and maybe that's how a date should be seen. So relax, have a good time, and enjoy yourself. And ladies, why are we so insisting that the man pays anyway? He just met you. It's only been a couple of hours, and he's already out of $100 or so. What are you charging by the hour? A man paying for a date just means you didn't have to spend your money. It speaks very little on whether he's actually a worthy mate or not. He can pay and still be a real asshole. Plus, when he pays, they tend to feel as though they're owed something towards the end. And even if you don't give anything, even if there's no actual exchange, there's still that feeling of entitlement. You paying for yourself eliminates all of that. So for the first few dates, pay for your own meal and just have a good time. I'm not very big on double dates as a first or second date. I get why people do that. It kind of minimizes the chances of those awkward silent moments. I understand. However, the best way to really get to know someone is through one-on-one conversation. A one-on-one date. And fellas, stop expecting pussy on the first date. If you just have to have some sex, then go find that girl that you usually call that's going to give you some, or you can have a great masturbation session. In other words, get the nut out the way. So when you meet this new person, you won't have sex on your mind. What you will have is getting to know them on your mind. And yes, I did just advocate him having sex before a date. Hey, you can't expect monogamy right away, okay? If there's no formal agreement, that's another thing. You people out here expecting people to date only you and you're not even married. Fuck that, okay? If you're only dating, then you need to be dating often and plenty. I'm not saying fucking often and plenty. I'm saying dating often and plenty, okay? No one should be tied to that one person and you're just getting to know each other. So get that monogamy mess out of your head and simply have fun.